Hey, my name is Aries, and I'm documenting my journey to get fit-ish. Today, I want to talk to you about the reason why I started alternate day fasting. Okay, so let's start with why I needed to alternate day fast. And that's because I have battled with my weight my entire life. As a kid, I really wasn't anything like extraordinarily extra. I wasn't like over the top big or anything. Like I wasn't obese as a child. I was very active as a kid. And I felt normal all the way through school. Maybe a little bit on the heavy side. I mean, I was definitely bullied as if I was massive. And that definitely created a very horrible thought process and thought pattern. I remember being like 160 through high school. So, as a teenager, yeah, maybe a bit big. But like, I was bullied as if I was 200 to 300 or 400 pounds. So, or made to feel at least that big. So I definitely struggled. I went to college and I went for police foundations. So we were in physical activity. We were in like basically gym class the whole time, constantly working out, constantly running. And, even though college brings out a lot of not good eating habits and not good other habits, I stayed at a very good weight because we were so physically active with school. I also played rugby all the way through college as well as high school. So things, were totally fine. After that, I worked active jobs in like factories or on a golf course doing golf course maintenance. So it was constantly like walking around, cutting grass, being active, and then I would bartend at night, and waitress, so you were constantly walking around the, restaurant, and I was very, very active. But I would fluctuate with weight, back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, and I constantly had to fight it. After leaving that industry, I went into my industry that I'm currently working, and it was a little more stationary and a lot more stressful, and things just kind of got ahead of me. And then I got to a certain weight that I thought was crazy and I shouldn't be here, and I did keto. And I dropped 65 pounds in 6 months with keto, and I was feeling absolutely fantastic. And then I got a back injury and I couldn't even stand to like in the shower. So there was no way I was going to be able to stand for a long enough period to cook a meal. So I just gave myself the grace to just eat easy, normal food. And I maintained weight for at least 6 months, which was amazing. So I was like, okay, I don't really need to do keto anymore because yeah, it was good, but like it's a lot of work. So I figured, okay, I can just leave keto behind and just eat normally. But the longer you eat normally, the bigger your portions get and the more carbs you start adding in. And, it gets it creeps up a little, but I was doing fine until the pandemic hit. And then it was stuck at home, nothing to do, nowhere to go. Couldn't do Orange Theory workouts anymore, and I ballooned. I ended up gaining about 70 pounds. Starting this channel, I was able to get about 20 down, and then I got pregnant, gained it all back, lost the child, went through depression, gained even more back, and here we are. So just before getting pregnant, I hit a high and I knew I needed to try something. And that's what led me to alternate day fasting. So the reasons why I chose alternate day fasting were the many benefits about it. There is everything from lowered blood pressure to reduced in weight, autophagy. It also seemed very simple to, handle. You eat one day, you don't eat the next day. You eat one day, you don't eat the next day. It seemed manageable. And I was interested in doing something that felt big enough and different enough, because through all of my different fluctuations and highs and lows, I had tried everything. And I mean everything. I had done calorie counting, calorie restrictions, Weight Watchers, isogenics, gargantuan Cambodian things, a bunch of different shakes. I've done Noom. I've done keto. I've done intermittent fasting. If it was put out there, I tried it. I did juicing. I did, skinny teas. I did it all. And yes, some of those things would work for a little while, but none of it was maintainable and none of it was sustainable. So when I started creeping back up in weight after giving up keto, I tried to get back into keto and I just could not do it. Something in my brain was saying, no, you were able to maintain your weight for so long after giving up keto. I don't want to give up carbs anymore. I don't want to give up sugar and fruit. Oh God, I hated giving up fruit when I was on keto. And I just couldn't get back into it. I tried really hard. Mike supported me and even joined me in doing keto and only ate keto. He saw great results. But I could not convince myself or get back on board. So I was looking for something that was going to be enough. I was looking, I don't want to call it a drastic thing to try, but something that was like, boom, we're doing this. We're doing something big and powerful, and it's going to make a difference. And alternate day fasting felt like that because, I'm going 36 hours without food. So I tried it. And I am so, so, so glad I did. A lot of people say, well, why not just do intermittent fasting? And for me, I just I'm not hungry when I wake up. So I was already an intermittent faster, just naturally. And eventually your body gets used to doing the same thing. And then that's not enough to push it out of the habits or the, whatever's happening. So I needed to go a step further than intermittent fasting. The concept of OMAD at the time did not seem like it was going to work for me. The idea of allowing myself to eat some food, but not all food, seemed too hard to understand, to do. I didn't know if I had enough willpower to allow myself a little bit of food and then say, nope, that's it for the day. Just that one little bit and then nothing else. I found that my brain, and I'm not speaking for everyone, and I'm not saying that this is what everyone needs to do, but my brain personally was much better off to just say nothing. You finish your last meal or last snack or whatever that night, you go to bed, and then you sleep, you wake up, you don't eat anything, you sleep, you wake up, and now you get to eat. But there was just no way that I could finish eating, sleep, wake up, nothing, eat a meal, and then say nope, and then go back into it. Now, since the first time around, I have actually thrown in a couple OMAD days, and it actually is a little bit easier than I initially thought, but I do still prefer a full fast day. Because typically, if I eat one meal a day, it's a very big meal. It's more than the 500 calories. Or I guess 500 calories is for a modified alternate day fast anyways. But anyways, it's a lot of food. And I feel like it's too much food for I don't know. Anyways, I'm rambling now. But I just chose alternate day fasting because I wanted to do something big enough, because I had tried everything. I was also emotionally done. I just needed help. I needed out. I needed hope. I needed something. And I needed something that provided me results. Because so many times you do so many things and you don't see results right away, and it becomes discouraging. Whereas with alternate day fasting, you see results, and that's encouraging to keep going. And it does take a bit. There are hard fast days. My last video I put out on Thursday was about my top 5 tips for how to get through a hard fast day. So I'm not saying that it's incredibly easy, but it was what I needed to kickstart things off and get going in the right direction. There have been highs and lows, and it hasn't been an easy journey, but it's something I can see doing for the rest of my life, because it doesn't need to always be alternate day fasting, and it doesn't always need to be a 3-4. So you can eat for 4 days a week and fast for 3 days a week and have a back-to-back window for your weekend. You could also do a 5-2 where you're just fasting for 2 days a week. Or you can be a legit every other day, and then the days that you eat are constantly changing. So one week it would be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Sunday, and then it would be Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and then it would switch back to Monday, right? So, or you can do what I've been doing recently is eating on my Saturday, Sunday, and then fasting Monday, eating Tuesday, fasting Wednesday, eating Thursday, fasting Friday, and then eating Saturday, Sunday. So there's lots of different ways you can do it, and that's what I love about it, is it's so flexible. So I just wanted to come on and say these are the reasons why I decided to start doing it. I can do a video about like the benefits I've seen of it. I definitely did one the first time around. This is also my second time into alternate day fasting. And I am so glad I did this choice, because it has been the push I needed to see results, move forward, and feel like I'm going in the right direction. So that's kind of the story of how I got here. It's very summed up, very condensed version. But if you're thinking about trying to find something to help you and you feel lost and stuck and like you've tried it all, maybe consider this. Definitely work up to it. I don't suggest that if you've never fasted before to jump straight into this, but I would suggest working your way up and giving it a try eventually, because it's been a game changer for me. So that's all I have for today. I want to thank you so much for joining me for another one. If you haven't already, hit that like button. It helps me out. It helps the algorithm out. And hit that subscribe button, or at least consider doing it. I absolutely love you all. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.